I swelled up, I went pale, I was throwing up blood, and then they had to get an ambulance because I was literally screaming in pain, and then they took me in and put me under for a few days, and then I woke up and there was like very good chance he's going to die. I remember like standing up and them having to like hold me because like I thought I was going to be able to walk, but I couldn't properly. Took me to the toilet, and I remember getting my cock out and then just pissing pure blood. And my brother basically said like, what I've got, 4 out of 5 people are going to die. And I was just in the hospital like, oh shit, I'm gone. I think I'm going.
You mentioned it there about you being ill, and I know you've told the story loads of times and stuff like that, but I think there'll be some of our listeners that are probably just discovering you today, falling in love with you and your character and what you're all about. So can we talk about that then?
Yeah, if you know, yeah.
And that was another reason that struck me, because that when I first discovered you in the Fire in the Booth thing, you talk about it quite openly in that, don't you? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So what happened then? You were a big boozer. Would you say you were an alcoholic?
I think yes.
You would say?
It was. I was hard to figure out, but looking back, yeah, I was pretty dependent on it, and I was drinking every day for years. So I think I'll have to just say yeah.
Right. Okay. What every single day?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So how much a day would you say?
Anything from a few pints to a couple fucking bottles of like vodka or whatever. Just like it was just like I was basically at least tipsy for years.
Would that be no matter what you were doing, or just because you were so busy and doing things?
No, even when I wasn't busy, I was just doing it. I was just like, because I'd have shows at the weekend and nothing to do in the week. I was generally just like getting up and just going straight to the pub and just drinking, basically. And even in lockdown, I was drinking like in the night sometimes. And like,
really?
Yeah, it was pretty.
What, like waking up in the middle of the night and drinking?
Yeah, a couple of times. Like I had like waves of it getting like worse and better, like, and then like towards the end, it got really, really bad, and that's when I got ill, got pancreatitis.
Did you know when you was in the heat of it, like say when you was in lockdown and you was waking up in the middle of the night and drinking? Were you aware it was bad, or were you blocking it out?
I was definitely aware it was bad. I just always thought, oh, this is a bad phase. I just kept thinking, like, when it was like that, I remember just thinking, oh, well, it's lockdown, innit? Like, everyone's drinking. I'm just feeling really, really anxious right now because I've been drinking and just doing too much, like getting on the whatever.
Yeah.
And I would just be thinking, yo, I'll just drink that now because I know I feel better.
Right.
This is a phase. It's fine.
Was it drugs every day as well then? Or not?
No, not every day. Probably like a few times a week though.
Fucking hell, you must have spent loads.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but we won't go into all that. But
where were you working at the time?
That was like lockdown, but I was working in retail before that.
How can you? And sorry for like the questions because I'm
right.
just intrigued to know. But how can you work drunk? I couldn't wrap my head around.
No. That was like after I'd finished work, so like start of lockdown.
Yeah.
Basically, that's when it all started to get really bad. Before that, it was just drinking after work and when I do my shows, because obviously when I'm at my shows, that's also work, and I was drinking there.
Would you not be getting hangovers? Or like how did you feel when you weren't drunk?
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'd basically just drink every day.
Consistent.
Yeah. I was very consistent. I had to be consistent, brother.
Because for me, I'm someone that I can go like a couple of weeks without drinking, but when I do drink, I'm like excessive. Like I'll drink all the way through the night into the next day.
Yeah.
So it's just like everyone has different. I've never been someone that would drink every day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I do that and I'll go like do a whole weekend just drinking, then I find that the hangovers last in like 3-4 days now, especially the older I get.
I know. Well, that's the thing. I was doing the same at the weekends, like Friday up all night, Saturday up all night, and then Sunday I'd have a few because I'm feeling shit, and then Monday I'm still feeling shit, have a few. Tuesday I might end up on a big sesh again.
Yeah.
Wednesday have a few because I'm feeling shit. And then that Thursday comes out, Friday same again. Like, and then it just, next thing you know, years went by of just like literally, I probably had like, I reckon 3 sober days in about 4 years.
Fucking hell.
Swear to God, bro.
Shit. And then it all come crashing down when you got pancreatitis.
Yeah, one day.
Right?
Yeah, pancreatitis. Yeah. One day my stomach just my pancreas just basically just burnt and like just fucking nearly died. And then
where were you at the time? What was happening?
I'd just come back from Greece again. Greece it's got a grudge on me, man. I literally just come back from Greece. And I'd been drinking loads out there, and then I remember I went to the England game, not to it, but I was watching it, and then I've come home.
Okay, what, the Euros?
It was the final. It was the last England game of the Euros. that we were in.
Spain.
I was no, I'm not saying I went to it. I'm saying I watched it.
Oh yeah. But was that was the final? Was it?
Was it? Yeah, I can't remember now.
Right, yeah.
I was probably drunk.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, anyway, I'd watched that, and then I remember laying down in my bed and like in Leeds, lived in Leeds at the time.
Yeah.
My stomach just went mad, and then I swelled up. I went pale. I was throwing up blood, and then they had to get an ambulance because I was literally screaming in pain. And then they took me in and put me under for a few days, and then I woke up and there was like very good chance he's gonna die. And then I was in there for like, I can't remember. I would get mixed up now. Maybe like nearly a month. I was in there.
A month.
Yeah. I think it was like 3.5 weeks.
Was there anything leading up to it, or was it just that one day it just suddenly all happened?
Do you know what, bro? I was getting back pains for years, and it was always when I was hungover. But I just, for some reason, I never put them together. But I just always thought, oh, I've been out on a mad one, like my back's hurting, and I used to just like kind of like try and stretch it in my bed. But some days it'd be so bad. And then when I was in hospital, when I was like in and out of like whether I'm gonna fucking make it or not, like I was just having tests and taking drugs, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was getting the same pain, but way worse. And there was like, yeah, you've probably been getting them pains for ages because your pancreas has been kicking off. And I just thought it was fucking back pain.
What was it, all over your back? Or?
No, just like right in the middle.
Oh, wow.
Because that's where it is.
Wow.
So then, yeah, so technically I was probably having symptoms for ages. But
You just didn't realise.
I just thought it was backache. But it had to have been it because it was the same pain, but way worse.
Yeah.
And then obviously since that, you've not had the back pain.
No, nothing.
So who were you with that night when you started throwing up blood and that? You had anyone
I was with
you?
my ex, Emma.
Right. And so, that must have been scary. And then, so did she go to the hospital with you?
I can't remember now.
Because how... There must have been someone there because you went under, didn't you, for free? You said they put you under.
Yeah.
So who came up and like who was there for you in the moments?
No, it was genuinely hard to remember, but because I was in and out. But my mum, do you know what? My mum was ringing the hospital, and they were putting my mum on sometimes. But literally for the first like week and a half of me being in there, bro, it was just in and out of sleep, in and out of like. I don't really know what was going on. So I can't remember who was there and who wasn't.
When did you realise how bad it was, how serious it was? Obviously, when you go in, you don't know what's wrong, do you? You ain't got a clue. So when do you remember that moment when you thought, fuck?
Oh, shit. So when I finally came round, and I genuinely can't remember if anyone had came to visit or if there was no point. I just can't remember. But when I woke up and they basically said what it is, but like I say, I was on that many painkillers, bro. I'm struggling to remember any of it.
Yeah.
But I remember like standing up and them having to like hold me because like I thought I was going to be able to walk, but I couldn't properly. Took me to the toilet, and I remember getting my cock out and then just pissing pure blood. And that's when I thought, oh, fuck. And I remember that moment thinking, shit. And that's when it kind of clicked, and I thought, I'm blood there, can't stay awake. And they're looking at like. And my brother basically said, like, what I've got, 4 out of 5 people are going to die. And I was just in the hospital like, oh, shit, I'm gone. I think I'm going. Yeah. So that was like when I was like, I genuinely thought, yeah. I didn't believe I was going to die, but I thought this is a potential.
Yeah.
How did that feel? Like, is it...
Again, weirdly, bro, can't overly remember.
Yeah.
I must have just been on that
Yeah.
much. I can't over remember. I remember just like when the bits I can remember is probably just being on loads of morphine and just being happy and like laying
What's that
outside
like? Is that good,
on the
morphine?
grass. Fire. Yeah. I was just trying to make a laugh out of it, bro. Just like, don't know. Just when the family came to see me, I'd always just feel like, bro, I'm fucking fine. Chill out.
Yeah.
And then turns out I was like, I told you.
And when the doctors told you can't, did they say you can't ever drink again?
Yeah.
Right. And was that must have been hard for you as somebody who's from that lifestyle who enjoys it so much? What were you in the?
Well, the thing is with alcohol, and this is why I always kind of like bat around the word alcoholic because it's quite a harsh word, and also like it wasn't just like, oh, I loved just being drunk. I loved different beers, like all the different craft beers and shit. I loved different wines, natural wines. My stepdad like gets me on the whiskey a little bit. Like I love socializing. I love everything about it. Like it wasn't just like, oh, I'm an alcoholic that wants to be drunk all the time. Like I genuinely like I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the culture of it as well.
Enjoyed the culture. Yeah. Like a lot of my music was about it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So when they said it, it wasn't just a case of like, oh fuck, I can't have my fix. It wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was more like, fuck, fuck, that's like one of the funnest things out there. Like,
Right.
and also it's what my image is and what my music is. And
Yeah.
so it wasn't so much like I'm a crackhead.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's not how it is. Like, I just kind of just took it too far for.
You're not missing that's kind of like physical dependence of like the drink, but it's the social aspect and the whole world around it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Because nowadays it will not. It's kind of changing a little bit, but it feels weirder to not drink at all than to be an overdrinker.
Right.
I feel like.
But I think now, because you said that was what your image was, the drinking and stuff like that, I've only gotten to your stuff only recently, so like who the fuck am I to analyse? But from my point of view, I think now your image is... not only do you talk openly about what you've been through and stuff like that, but your image is like, you seem like, from my point of view, and it's easy to like portray it however, whatever online, but you seem like someone who's having fun and getting involved in that lifestyle, and you've still got all your same boys around you and still the same parties, but you're not drinking. And that's quite admirable, because I think there are a lot of people who watch, and I've definitely been there as well, where I've gone in a bit of a binge for, like, not to that extent, but where I've gone a bit of a binge, and I thought, how can I be that guy that goes out and enjoys life and does those things? So when I see your clips and your stories and stuff, and you seem to be that, I think a lot of people take a lot from that.
Oh, thanks, bro.
So I think
Appreciate that, man.
Are you happy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy, bro. And I've had quite a lot of messages of people saying the same as what you've just said. And,
Yeah.
and like, especially when, do you see that Isaac HP did a documentary?
Yeah, I've not watched it yet, but I've seen he put it out. Yeah,
And like all the comments, stuff like that, like have been mental. Like,
Yeah.
apparently it's helped so many fucking people.
Yeah.
So like I said, I didn't know how to go about this whole life change. I didn't want to like start preaching. I didn't want to like make anyone feel any way. I just wanted to, if I'm going to talk about it, if it's going to help, then let's fucking go.
Yeah. Like I say, I've only known you, I don't know you, but I've only seen your stuff recently. But this version of you now, I think like, I see the numbers on your stuff. People are loving you. I think this is the actual best version of you right now.
Well, yeah.
You could have gone the other way. You could have literally gone the other way and gone, fuck it. I like that. I like drinking. They're telling me I can't, fuck them. And then it would have been like, but the way you sort of handle yourself and the message that you preach, I think it's quality, mate.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you, bro.